It's episode 1. It's episode 1. Oh, I can't even get it in the camera. So this is episode 1 of the Resilience Builders. It's where we come together and we get to be real and we get to be raw and we get to be unplugged. And I'm talking today about perfection leading to paralysis. The idea of having to be perfect and having to be that glossy cover girl, magazine cover, type of perfection. And the fact that it leads to paralysis. We're here for real tools. We're here for real results. And the fact is, we're here for real encouragement and real equipping. So I wanted to welcome you. This is Anna Christina, and we're going to get real resilience real fast. The idea of paralysis really has been getting me. I am used to, as a speaker, I am used to being able to go in front of a group, in front of a crowd, and having your script, having the setup, having an exact amount of time, and working with a team and working with a crowd. I love it. I love meeting people at the door. I love sitting next to them before the presentation. A lot of professional speakers are like, no, you need to be the authority. You need to maintain your expertness. You need to maintain the authority. And I'm thinking, no, I want to get to know the people. So it's been really hard with the quarantine to be able to learn kind of a different, way. I'm alone in my office speaking to a red dot, right? A camera. So let's talk about the idea of paralysis. Let's talk about the idea that you have to have motion in order to steer. You have to have momentum in order to steer. You have to have momentum in order to get direction. It's much easier to steer a moving car than a parked car, isn't it? And so what we get to do is figure out ways to move ourselves. And so it was exactly that has kept me from doing these videos. I'm thinking, gosh, I need to do makeup. I need to be dressed up. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I thought, my goodness, if it's those petty things that are keeping me from following my calling, if it's those petty things that are keeping me from being able to reach out and touch people by publishing content, if it's those petty fears, then by God, I am going to find the strength to overcome that. And I thought, I'm just going to start doing videos. I'm going to start labeling them episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and talking about things that are going to help us build real resilience real fast. So there are a few ideas that I have regarding that idea of perfectionism, right? Paralysis is caused by perfectionism. So perfectionism causes that paralysis. 3 ways that we can overcome that paralysis. Number 1, we need to ask a question. And the question is, what's preventing me from moving forward? What's preventing me from moving forward? The second question bounces off of that one. And the second question would be something like, what's the one thing that I could do that would make everything else easier or unnecessary? The third question is, how quickly can I do it and jump that hurdle? How quickly and simply? Let's do that. How quickly and simply can I do that and jump that hurdle? So I did that this morning. I have been wanting to make these videos for a really long time and finding all kinds of reasons not to do it. I would do videos, but I would need to have my script and I would need to have my PowerPoint and I would need to have, let's just say, crutches, okay? I'm just being really transparent. So I would put it off. And procrastination really is the enemy of momentum. So we don't have to be perfect. What we're going to do is really focus on the progress. We're going to focus on the process. And we're going to focus on the growth that we're getting and celebrating the little tiny milestones. So here's what I did this morning. I said, what's really in the way of me making these videos? I have the YouTube channel. Let's go. And so I asked, really, what's in the way? Well, the whole makeup thing, the whole dressing up thing, the whole feeling like I need to be perfect. I'm learning from coaches and mentors who have served hundreds of thousands of people all over the world in online training. So I'm learning from the best of the best of the best right now. I'm investing in myself to be able to bring to bear my calling. And the challenge with that and the problem with that is that they do things in a really spectacularly polished way. They're human and they're humble, and they've been doing it long enough that they're very polished and it looks easy. So when they're teaching us how to do the online courses, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it to be at the top of your game. But what I realized this morning is I'm learning to walk. I'm learning to take baby steps. And even though I talk to my clients about taking baby steps, it's okay for me to take them too, isn't it? So here's the deal. Here's what I decided. This video is the product of that. I said, what's getting in my way? The makeup, the needing to have a script, needing to feel like I'm perfect, doing PowerPoints. I love the visual component of it, getting dressed up. And I thought, okay, that's in the way. What can I do what's the one thing that I could do to make that easier or unnecessary? And the one thing is just to sit here and decide I'm doing it in one take and wing it. I can have some videos that are planned, and I can have some videos that are off the top of my head, just as if I was talking to a friend. And I decided that is going to be episode 1. Here we go. So the one thing was for me to jump into videos as who I am. I'm a casual person. You're never going to see pictures of me as a coach or a speaker stepping off of fake picture of me stepping off of a Learjet. You're never going to see me staged in front of pictures of a house that isn't mine. It's a 10,000 foot, $5 million house. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. And that's okay. So let's go for it and do the quickest, most simplest thing that you can do to get momentum. And that's what this video is about. So again, the 3 questions would be, what's the thing that's preventing me? What's the one thing that I can do that would make everything else easier or unnecessary? The one thing for me was to jump into the videos. And what's the one thing that you can do as simply and quickly as possible to gain momentum? For me, that was pulling out my microphone, turning on a couple lights, and not worrying about the whole rest of staging this office for a formal training. This is Anna Christina with the Resilience Builders. Subscribe now, check your notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.